Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to be making an easy card journal. So this is the card that I chose for my front, and the pages are other cards. Now I actually used cards out of a box, and mine are Christmas themed. But you could use birthday theme. That would be a really cute birthday gift, wouldn't it? You could even use used cards if you'd like. But let me show you how I've done this and what this looks like. So I've got some really cute candy beads right here and some green bells. I've got this truck image here. I have some pom-poms. I have some laces from 1924 linens and more pom-poms right down here. I just think the velvet ribbon really makes it pop. I think it's really sweet. And let's open it up. So this is the back of one of the cards, and this is our first tag right here. Now I did not decorate my tags, but I placed the back like this, or I made the back like this. So I had to cut my paper to fit into my pocket, and I took that extra piece and I just put it on that side, and then I used another scrap from making my tags and I made the tabs there. I put the washi tape here because my cards had name of the card right here, like the maker of the card, and I really didn't want that there, so I just covered it up with a little bit of washi. I placed 2 coffee dyed papers here for journaling space. Here's my second card, and this is my second tag right here. Let's see, I used a 6x6 paper pad for my tags. Get this back in here. There we go. I have 2 more pieces of coffee dyed paper, and that's my third card. And this is my center. So sweet. Now I have a card right here. And then we'll turn this page. This is my center where I sewed it all together. And we're going to turn this one. And we've got another card right here. So there's so much going on here, right guys? And we just use cards for our journal. There's another picture. And here's another tag right there. Get this back in here. Got 2 more pieces of paper you can journal on. Oh, I love the red bird. And we have our very last tag on our last page right here. Our snowmen. So the next thing that I'd like to do is show you how I put this together, because really, it's very easy. Now mine right here happens to have I'm just going to count the card pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 card pages. And then in between each card, I put 2 sheets of coffee dyed paper, but not in the center, because I just thought that spread was really sweet. I used these cards right here. Holiday time, 24 holiday cards. And my cards are 6.62 inches by 6.75 inches. I did not use the envelopes. I used this one right here for my example. And I thought we could use these cards and make one together. I did purchase these last year at Walmart. I have no idea if they have them this year at Walmart or not, but for $2.98 for 24 cards with envelopes, I couldn't pass that up last year. So that's where I purchased mine. I went ahead and I combined a few things here. These are the vintage looking cards as opposed to the more retro card. Let's go ahead and talk about this. Now you're going to need 2 cards. Now my cards are the same size. I don't know, this is how I'm making mine. They're the same size. Now, if someone says, well, how can I use different size cards? Well, then you're going to have to figure how that goes together. I don't know. Maybe you have lots of cards and you could find some that are the same size, at least 2. And then maybe your next 2 will be a different size. And then your next 2 might be another size. But I do think you're going to need 2 the same size to make a page. This is the front, this is the back. I'm going to open it up like this. I want this to be the front of my journal. This one is like this, okay, and this is the inside and this is the back. So what I want to do is I want to open this one like this, and I'm putting the 2 inside pieces together like that. Then what I did was I pulled this back and I'm going to apply glue right here where it is folded. So I'm using my art glitter glue. You use the glue that you like, although I don't think a glue stick is really the way you want to go. I think it needs to be something that is a little more liquid, shall we say. Applying my glue, put my lid back on, and I'm just going to shut it just like that. Shutting my card, wiping up my extra glue. I'm going to have to go get a little tiny piece of paper towel right here in my drawer. Here it is. I'm just going to rub it just to smooth out my glue. Now, already we've got some that's it's not the same size. It's not. On either one, it's not the same size. Now I'm going to let that dry, opened up like that. This is my front. This is what I want for my front, okay? I'm going to do another set. So I've got one here, and this is what I want for the next page. This is the inside of that page. So I've got my 2 cards like here, this. I'm going to open this up like this, and then I'm going to open this one up like this. I'm going to pull this back, and I'm going to apply my glue right in the crease right here. Art glitter glue once again, and I'm just going to apply it right at the crease. Just like that. And then I'm going to put this one right in the crease. That. Get them together, open it back up, press it down. So we're gluing them together. Now this one isn't going to have as many pages because this box, I used it last year and I must have used up some of the different pictures because I only have 6 different pictures. I think there's 6 different ones here. Yeah, 6 different pictures. No, is this one the same as this one? Yeah, 6 different pictures, so that's why there's only going to be 3 pages. Well, they're more than 3 pages, but 6 pages. Okay, I'm sorry if I just confused somebody. All right, so here are my 2 cards. I'm going to open this up like this. I'm going to open this one up like this. I'm going to pull this back, and I'm going to glue right here. And I can hear Frankie Francine chirping. My husband has gone to bed probably, and she wants me to come downstairs and put her to bed. Yeah, she is spoiled rotten. I mean, rotten to the core. Oh, she could put herself to bed with him, but no, she wants me to come down there and put her to bed with him. Yeah, rotten to the core. All right, so I've got my pages glued together. Okay, So let me go put Frankie Francine into bed, and then I'll be right back, and I'm going to show you how we're going to have to trim these cards to make them work together so they come together and we don't have one that's like too big and one's too short, and we can even them up. So I'll be right back. All right, Frankie Francine's taken care of. Now we've got our cards glued. Let's go ahead. This is my first page. I'm going to use this one as my second page and my third page. I think that's how I want it. Well, that's going to be so pretty. So pretty. Okay. The next thing that I want to do is, as you can see, they're different when we fold them. Of course, this one becomes shorter because I'm going around the other cards. I want to make these so they're all the same size. I'm thinking maybe I should glue them first and then cut them, but then I would just be cutting off the glued section. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to, I'm looking at the tops. I'm going to need to even these tops out too. So I'm going to get my small little guillotine. I'm digging it out of my drawer over here. And I'm going to cut this. I really don't want to cut it this way. I really like to cut where the folds, and I cut down this way, but I can't do it on my guillotine that way. So it's going to have to be this way. And I'm just going to, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe my bigger one would be better. Or maybe just my scissors. Maybe we'll just try scissors first. Yeah. We're going to give that a go. We're going to turn this and we're going to cut any extra off that you can see the white. We're just going to trim it off first before we go marking it. This happened when I made my first one as well. I don't know if these inexpensive cards are not the same size, or possibly when we put them together, I didn't glue them exactly together. I don't know. It happened, like I said, on the other box as well. I don't know if this will happen to you, but if it does, this is how I addressed it. I just simply trimmed it off before I made my pockets. Okay. And I think I have one more yet to go. Right here. This one's pretty. You really can see that one. And let's see. Yeah, let's do it right here too. Now we haven't made our pockets yet. I do have my 1.5 inch hole punch. And what I want to do is, this is the front. Let's just put them back together again. Was this the second and this was the third? Oh, good heavens. So this was the second and that was the third. It went like that. Yeah, we're still going to have to trim this. Even when we put this all together, we still have some issues right there. Actually, that's kind of pretty, but I don't want mine to be like that. I do want to open this up, and right here we're going to put a little mark, and we're going to punch a hole. So here's the center. And we're going to take our 1.5 inch hole punch. Why does that not look like the center? It isn't the center. It it's late, guys. I don't think I should be doing videos late anymore. No, I don't. It's the center. Okay, so let's take our little hole punch. I've marked it. Find it again here. And give it a good punch. Like that. It is off center. I didn't measure that very well. We're going to do the back as well. So let's do a better job this time. There we go. That's much better, Cathy. That's much better. And we're going to do all of them here. Okay, and then we've got this one. So all the backs of the cards, basically, we're going to be taking a little notch out because that is where the pockets happen. That, and then this one is right here. I'm taking this one out. And then we're going to be taking this one out. All right. Now, what I think I'd like to do is, I still need to address this issue. And I'm just not sure. I think I'm going to use my scissors, but I think I used my large guillotine when I made my example this afternoon. Sorry about that, siren. Let's see here. I'm putting on some paper clips because I really want to make sure it stays firmly in there. And I don't know if my hands are strong enough to do this. I don't think so, you guys. I don't think I can do that with the strength of my hands. I think I will just mess it up, something fierce. Now, I also sewed mine on the machine. As you can see right here, I sewed my little pieces. So what I did was I took them after I glued them, I took them over to my machine and I just sewed down the side and the bottom. Now, if you don't have a machine, then you would want to take your glue and just put a small bead here and here. What I'm going to do is take it over to sew it, but I'm going to sew it in so that when it comes to trimming this, and as we look again, we're going to be trimming, you know, quite a bit off. That's, you know, we're going to be trimming it up into here. So I'm going to sew, keeping that in mind. You keep that in mind when you apply your glue. You're going to apply it in further than the edge, unless this does not bother you. I want to clean that up a little bit. So I'll be right back after I sew my pockets. All right, so I sewed my pockets and I sewed it in, as you can see, in from the edge so that I'm able to trim. Now I trimmed my second set and I just pushed it really firmly, so I knew they were all pushed up right here at the spine. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. I'm going to push it up so it's nice and close, and then I just took my scissors and I trimmed it. And I just did one page at a time. Turn it so I can get in here. There, just like that. Yeah, that's the way that I did the other page, so that it will, there, all nice now. Wonderful. Yes, that will be fantastic. And we've got our pockets already made. So if you've glued yours, you've got your pockets already made, and we've trimmed now. This card has such pretty little decoration on the back. This one, my example, these cards here had this right here, and that's what I covered up with my washi. You can see I covered it up. I didn't want that to show. But this one has a gorgeous decoration. We're not going to have to use the washi on that at all. The next thing that I want to do is I want to get some of my coffee dyed paper, and I want to place it in between my card pages. So let me grab some coffee dyed copy weight paper. Now what we're going to need are 4 pages of our copy weight copy paper, and my pages are 11 inches by 8.5, and I'm going to fold all of my pages in half, just like this, and I'm going to use, now we're not putting one in the center, we're putting them on the first and second set. So this is my first set. I'm going to simply place it in here, tap it down, and I'm going to take my pencil and trace around it. That way I know exactly where to cut. So I'm going to do all 4 of my pages. That's going to give us 8 pages total. And then after I trim mine, I'll come back and we'll do a little tag making. That's what we need to do, some tags. All right, so I've got my pages in. So I've got 2 pages. I've got my card. I've got 2 pages. And I've got my card. I've got my center. And then we continue again with 2 pages, a card, 2 pages, and another card. Oh, I love how it's turning out. It's coming together so nicely. Now, I think the way I did my example was at this point in time, I decided to make my tags and to decorate the front a little bit more. So let me see about some papers for our tags. I have this 6x6 paper pad, and I've really been using it a lot this year. Christmas Basics. I think this is a Hobby Lobby. Yes, it's a Hobby Lobby and paper pad. I think let's use this one. I'm going to use quite a few of them actually, and this one. Let's see, this one. Because I'm dealing with vintage, this isn't very vintage, although the colors go together beautifully. We might have to use some things that aren't what we maybe consider vintage. These are definitely not vintage. This red, that red will be fine. The trees will be fine. Now let's see, we are going to need, how many tags? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to need 6 tags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. Do I have a different one? I don't know that I have it. Oh, we have red polka dot, and we do. And we have this green. So I've got 3 what I would consider green base, and so let's go with 3 red. So let's take the polka dot. All right, so we've got that. Now, because we had to trim our cards down different sizes, remember when we had to trim the sides off? Our pockets are not the exact same size. Some are narrower than others. So that's just something that we're going to have to work out. Let's make our first card together. And I'm just kind of holding, now remember I glued this, so that glue spread a little, so it's not even right on the edge. Now I did sew mine, so I do know where that is. Although if you glued yours, it's going to spread. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's going to spread a little. So I am going to make my first one. I'm going to go with this size right here. And what is that size? Your size is going to be different, but that's about 3 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it here. And then I'm just showing you one of them so that you will know what I have done, because I'm not going to do all these on camera. You will not want to sit through all that. I'm going to trim this. Now we're going to see, is that going to fit? Is that going to fit in there? That fits nicely in there. All right, so I've trimmed that. Now I've got this little piece that's left over, and this is where, no, that's too shiny right there. This is where I took this extra piece and I popped it on the back right here, just like this. I'm actually going to make a little tiny mark right here. I took my glue, I'm using my art glitter glue, and I glued this little piece on the back. It just is going to make it, even though this is kind of in between cardstock and copy-weight paper, it's not either one. It's in between the two. So I kind of want this tag to at least be a little stronger on the top when I'm pushing it into my pocket. I'm going to trim this part off, save this part. I'm going to get my corner rounder. I'm going to round my corners on the bottom. I didn't do it on the top, although I kind of wanted to, but after I put my tag on, it didn't work. It wouldn't fit, you know, this part wouldn't fit in there. All right, so now after you do all of your tags, you're going to have all different tops, all different pieces left. You're going to have a little piece like this left out of this. You're going to have a little piece like this out of all of these, right? And so then you go back here and you've got all your tags made. And actually, I'm just going to make all these tags and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, here we are. I've got my tags all made and I've got all those different little extra pieces that I was talking about. This is where you'll want to decide what tab do I want to go with what do I want to combine together to, you know, have it be super cute. So I'm just looking to see here, how about this red on this green? We're going to make tabs out of these small little pieces right here. So let's see, how about if we did the green here? How about if we go like that? Okay, so the next thing is that if you have an up and down, and I should have said that first, but if you have an up and down, you probably want your tag to be up and down too. So pay attention to that when you cut. I only had two that were up and down. That's this one and this one that says Merry Christmas. It's kind of hard to see, but it does say Merry Christmas. Now, when we make our tab with the ones that are up and down print, the front side's going to be right side up, but the back side's going to be upside down. But that's just the way it goes. Another thing you'll want to decide is, how big do you want your tabs to be? Now, I have got this one, and it's a tiny piece. It's the smallest one of all of them that I have, because it was my biggest tab. This one's my biggest. These are all smaller. So, I think I want, so most of my cards are 3 1/2. I think I'd like my tab to be 1 1/2. My tabs here are pretty big. What are they? They're almost 2. Almost. They're pretty big. But I think I'd like them to be 1 1/2. So I'm going to actually mark these 1.5. I'm going to do all of them. I'm going to cut them. I'm going to come back and we're going to place them onto our cards, or I'm going to pick up tabs onto our cards, right? Our journaling cards that we have made. So let me cut all mine and I'll be right back. I've got them all cut. Now we're going to go, because we did an 1.5 inches, we're going to fold them this way, the long way. Fold them down. We're going to take a corner rounder and we're going to round the folded corner, the folded edges on the fold. And we're going to pop this right in the middle. So find the middle and we're going to glue this right there in the middle. I think I'm going to glue mine just like this. Okay. So the easiest way I found to do this, because it was moving all over the place, was to place it where I want it to be. And I do find this to be a little fiddly. And hold it, and then take your glue. Now if you use a glue stick, I'm not sure how to tell you to do that, but this is the way I found to do it. Then you can turn it on this side, and this is what I mean by it's going to be upside down on the back side, but the front side is right side up. Then, of course, you'll probably want it to dry a little bit more, but you find where you want to pop this. Here, this will be fine just right here. And we're going to pop it into our pocket. And you can fill these up now, or you can wait until it keeps getting caught on that little extra piece there on the tab. There. That is going to be, actually I think I'm going to turn it around so it's right side up. And it's on the back. It'll be fine. Oh, it's so cute. Now I'm going to make all of these, and then I'm going to pop them in. We're going to decorate the front. Oh my goodness, this is coming together. It's going to be so cute. I have all my tags made with all my tabs that are inside, and I think they turned out so cute. Now I do think I'll go back and ink them. I think it needs that, being that it's kind of a vintage style cards that I'm using, but I think they turned out so cute. Now, how about a little bit of decoration on the front before we sew all of this together? I have got a few things here, and I think everything I have is from 1924 Linens and More. I'm gonna take this off so that I'm able to kind of work with it just a little bit better. Now, I kind of was playing around with it before I started making my video, excuse me, and I thought this would be really cute to put on the edge, maybe something like that. And then if I gather this and I pull it around and maybe do a little something right down here. That's what I'm thinking. I do have some paper poinsettias that I think are quite lovely that would really add something to this. So I'm going to bring in my hot glue gun. My hot glue gun is a Sure Bonder registered trademark, high temp. And I'm going to set it over here at the side. And the first thing I want to do is make some room here. I'm going to pull some stuff around. Let's glue this on. I've got a little seam right here, and I think this part will fit perfectly right there. I'm going to add my glue a little bit at a time, and it's always best to do it that way if you're working with hot glue, because hot glue dries so very quickly that if you don't get what you want in place, then it's going to dry on you, and then you'll have a lump, and you probably won't want that lump. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue. I think I can get it all the way down to the edge. Yeah, just like that. All right, now I need to find my little tiny scissors. Where did they go? These are not the ones I wanted, but I think they'll work. There, we'll trim that off just like that. Okay, now let's see. I also thought that maybe a little bit of lace, maybe this way. See right here, because it's so very white and it's so stark, I think it really needs some inking. And I think it will just really help the way that looks. Yeah, already that's totally changed the way that cardstock is. That tab. Do I want... I thought I had another piece. And I'm pretty sure I did somewhere. Okay, I'm going to have to find that other piece, unless it was this one that I'm hallucinating about. It is late, you guys. I need to, I try to do my videos during the day, but lately so much is going on that I'm just not able to get my videos done during the day. I get what my example prepped, and then there's not any more time, quiet time. You know, other things are happening. People are coming and going, and so, yeah. All right, so I'm going to think about this for just a second because I think I need a little something else. All right, I think I've played with it enough that I think I have an idea of how it might work out here. So let's make a little, I just got a little piece of lace here. And let's just do a little bit of pleating right here. I take it up about there. And then let's pleat it on around, or smush it, more smushing than pleating. Just going around this corner a little bit. Yeah, something like that. I'm going to get it glued down here on the bottom a little more. Right there. Now I'm not putting it flat, giving it a little motion, letting it have a little movement. Okay, we've got that down. Now I'm thinking one of these, so I'm just going to cut this apart right here. There, like that. And but if we pop that there, I'm thinking there, then I'm thinking maybe this says A Joyful Christmas, and I'm thinking, not that I don't like what that says, but I think it needs a little bit more weight right down here. So if I place this, do I want it to go all the way across, or do I don't want to really cover his shoes up too much. Maybe just a little piece right there with this here. Okay, still trying to work this out. I've got this one. This has some kind of, oh, it has some pink thread on it or something. I want that. This is stark white, and this other is creamy. So I also wanted those flowers, and I thought these flowers would be really pretty. I got 3 of them somewhere. If I put them, here it is, down the side maybe. Sometimes you just have to work it out. Oh, now we're talking. Okay. Sometimes when we're just laying things down, they'll kind of start revealing themselves. Don't give up. You just kind of have to keep working it out here. See what we can do here. Do I want some ribbon? I do want some ribbon. I want it to be a little heavier down here. But, so I don't think that's it. I think I need another piece of lace right there. I don't think I want that there anymore. Well, what if I do that? That might have been just what I needed right there. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Maybe something more right here or up here, and I'm thinking of some lace. So, not lace, ribbon. I'm thinking of some ribbon. Do I want, just working it out here, guys. There's the fold. I must keep that in mind, that there is a fold there. I love this tan color. The tan color is so pretty. Okay, let me get some ribbon. I think that's what we need. Maybe even some sari silk. Or instead of ribbon, maybe sari silk. I'm back. I made a little bow with the sari silk, and I'm going to glue it right here. I just tied it with some thread. I didn't make a knot, I just tied it. Now I'm going to glue this paper poinsettia right there in the center. I think that looks wonderful. Let's give this a trim. Like that, trimming off some of these little pieces of thread. And I'm going to glue that right there. Which way does this go? I think it goes this way, but I could be wrong. It's going this way. Okay, get that on there. Then let's glue this. I've got all kinds of things hanging off of me. I've got strings and glue, and yeah, we're in the midst of it here. I'm going to turn it around this way so that I can get this positioned. I think I want it right there because I'm putting the poinsettias down that way. Do I want it over this way? Okay, I'm going to have to turn it back this way, guys. Do I want it, I'm talking to myself, do I want it this way or do I want it this way? I think I want it this way, and I wish that wasn't bent, but I'm not getting my iron out to fix it. Yeah, I want it over. I want it over like that. Now this is where I'm going to turn it back so I can see the edge a little better. And I'm going to glue this part here. Just a little bit further up the glue on the piece here. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks super cute. All right, now we've got some more of the little paper poinsettias. I've got some more sari silk right here. I'm just cleaning off the little pieces, strings, and I don't know that I want to, I just tore it, so that's why there's a lot of, and then my hands are full of glue, and so it keeps grabbing it. Do I want to just put a little bit of swirly whirly on here and then pop this in the midst of the swirly whirlies? Maybe. Is that what I want? Maybe so. Maybe. I think I'm going to cut this part off right there. And I don't know. I really don't. I'm not sure what's happening. What is happening? Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, I like the fact that this has a little loop on it, but do I want that with the tab? Probably not. So maybe put the loop down this way and put the poinsettia inside? No. Do I want to just do a little bit of pinching? That's what we're going to do. We're going to pinch a little bit. You know how I like to do that pinching method? I'm going to pinch it up just a little bit right there. I got to remember where the crease is. We don't want to go over that crease. And it really pinches well because it's sliding on the cardstock that this, I've got so much string going everywhere, guys. All right, so I really like that. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. And then maybe if I do it here, yeah. So I want to continue that down this way. Oh, questions. I have so many questions. So much string. Okay. I'm going to pitch it a little more like that. And just maybe just pull it down here over. I'm thinking maybe a bead or something on there. Okay. Here we go, guys. It's coming together. It's coming together. I'm seeing a vision. I like it. Okay, I like this vision a lot. Yep, and just a little bit right there. Oh, now if maybe we don't want that tab there, we could switch it out, but I think if we just ink it up, I can take them all out and ink them up well. I think that's going to be so pretty. Oh, I'm so pleased with how this one's turned out. Now, you know I used the method of my little sheet that I make the length of my journal. Fold it in half, I fold it in half again, I fold it in half again, I crease it well, I open it up, I put a mark where the folds intersect, and that's what I use to sew my signatures in. So I am going to sew the signature in. I'm going to show you how it looks when it's all done. All right, so it's all finished. I truly enjoy how this has come together and how very different each of these card journals are. I hope you give this a try, and if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.